has a great time, but and especially at Saint Jean Baptiste Day, and it's such a special day to celebrate. But let's make sure we all celebrate responsibly and get home safe.
We'll take the first question from Eric Engels.
Luke, I understand your focus will shift immediately to the final, but how do you put in perspective everything that your team has been through this year, whether it's, the COVID break, the coaching changes, the injuries towards the end, and backing into the playoffs to the Toronto series and Dom, the latest chapter of it?
Is that all you got on the list, Eric?
I think there's a lot more, but
yeah, no, everything just seems to be going so fast right now. It's really fun to see the guys enjoying themselves in the dressing room. They deserve it. It's really heartwarming to see a group of guys that work that hard together. And I know every team's the same and says the same thing, but these guys are a special group and a really good mix. And it's hard to put into words how proud we are of them, but they deserve it. And they're not done yet. They still have fire in their eyes. They're already talking about it. So you're right. We are shifting our focus right away. We'll probably step away tomorrow and just take some rest and come back on Saturday and do a little work, and Sunday get right back at it. And we're looking forward to the challenge.
Josh Clipperton.
Hey, Luke, congrats. Just wondering if you were able to, I'm assuming you guys FaceTimed with Dom after the game. What was that like?
Yeah, I fist pumped him on the video screen. I don't know if we actually got it connected, but it was pretty close. He was definitely very excited and happy for us, and I'm sure his heart's torn. He'd love to be here with us, and we know that. So we made sure he was on the TV right when everybody came in. So it was a real quick turnover. The video guys did a great job, and I think Dom wasn't on very long. He wants the guys to celebrate, so he gave just a quick hello and a congratulations, and they deserve it. And he hopes to be back soon. So the guys really miss him and have really respected what he's done this year. So it's kind of that the hard part of the story right now. But you know what? I think the good thing about it is the players got something done, and they can feel like they got it done and extend it so Dom can get back with us.
Martin McGuire.
Coach, how proud are you about your shutdown line, who have this opportunity to score that magic goal tonight?
Yeah, what a play by Phil, and great shot by Lecky. They do so much blocking shots on the penalty kill. Phil was great in the face-off circle once again. This is the time of the year when real playoff battlers come alive, and those two guys have really shone through. So it was fitting that for our team, the way we play hard defensively and try and do all the right things defensively. It was fitting for them to get the winning goal.
Arpin Basu.
Hey, Luke, congratulations. We often hear about the place that Carey and Shea, what kind of weight they carry in the dressing room. We don't get to be in the dressing room, so it's hard for us to really get a sense of it. Can you provide a portrait of how those guys carry themselves and what impact that has, what influence that has on your team?
Yeah, I think Carey is just exactly what you guys get. He's very calm, almost a little frightening calm sometimes. He's so calm. But I think the guys, when he's playing like this and he's walking around the room and he's calm and it's a confident calm, that makes everybody else calm. It lets them go and play their game, knowing that he's back there. And then you got Shea is a mountain man. He's bigger than life. His stare would probably stop the room. So you have a presence like that on the bench, and he's not a rah guy all the time, but when he speaks, it stops the bench, stops the dressing room. Everybody pays attention, listens, and implements whatever's being said into our game plan. So very helpful for our coaching staff for sure. But I think the guys respect him. They know how he blocks shots, plays hard, plays through injuries and pain. It's pretty hard not to follow that leader.
Stu Cowan.
Congratulations, Luke. It's a bit of a follow-up on that. As you know, Shea's a man of very few words, and he won't talk about himself. But As a former defenseman in the NHL yourself, what impresses you most about his game?
I think the way he plays with no fear, not meaning like toughness wise, playing the game. Like, I mean, he's a big guy. He has to. He's up on the offensive rush. He's not afraid to join to be that fourth man or the third man in the rush, and he works his way back. He plays physical. That's very taxing on a person's body. So he does it. I try and look at him, on certain changes to see. I don't want other teams to see, reactions, but to see if he's okay and he's okay to stay out there for a bit. And I'd say about 99.9% of the time, it's always yes. And he gives it all for the team. And you're right, he doesn't want any fortune or fame from it. He just wants to do the right thing for the team and be a good leader and a good example, and all he can do. So, he's the perfect captain for any hockey team, but we're so lucky to have him.
Luc Richardson.
Merci, Sam. Luke, you played in that league for 20 seasons. You're in the coach career for almost a decade now, and you've never been there before the Stanley Cup Finals. So what that means for you personally, and how do you guess like Shea Weber might feel at his age to be in there for the first time of his career?
Yeah, no, I think we had a meeting early in the playoffs, and I think Dom had Shea and Corey Perry and Joel Edmondson, maybe Jake Allen, a few guys that have, and Eric Stahl, that have been to the finals or won the cup, and how hard it is and how, what it means, and Shea not being there, but being our leader, speak, and just it really resonated, I'm sure, with the young guys that don't take it for granted that time goes by very fast, and it's really hard to get where we are now and where we're going. So when we have this chance, we have to really grasp that opportunity. And I think you're seeing it in our play over the last 3 or 4 games, especially. So, I think, it means probably the world to all the guys pulling to get Shea there. And Shea'd be the first guy being, don't be pulling for me. That's what he's like. He'd be like, pull for yourself. But, I'm just happy for the guys. It's so happy to see them with that trophy at center ice, and I'm looking forward to see him with the next one.
We'll take 2 more for Coach. Jonathan Bernier.
Thank you, Sam. Hi, Luke. What you did say about Carey and the Shea, their calmness and the confidence that they have or that they give to the group, is it one of the things that helped the team to have that good record in overtime? You're now 5-1, so that's pretty good.
I think so. I think, that's a great question, because I think we've evolved from the regular season. I know it's different because it's 3-on-3, but we struggled through the whole season until the end, until our last 2 overtime games with our overtime record. But, I think our confidence built in that Toronto series, getting those 2 overtime wins, and then, against Winnipeg to close out a series, and then to do it again tonight. I felt like we're ready. We're just rolling over. We're rolling over, playing the same style of game every shift, and we're going to make them crack first. And I think it's worked. The guys believe in it. They believe in each other, and it all starts from the top, whether it be the organization. It's like your ownership and management, and the coaches down to the players. But on the bench, and the feeling of play. No one else can go on the ice other than the players. So it's your leaders, it's your captains, Shea, and I haven't really mentioned Gallagher and Paul Byron, but how good have they been in the playoffs? Maybe not crazy amount of points, but just the grit that Gally brings in front of that crease to create havoc for those defensemen on goaltender and the other teams. And Paulie's been some timely, unbelievable goals and great penalty killing. And, his speed is really given fits to other teams' defense. So our captains, our leaders like Corey Perry and Eric Stahl that have come in, our 4 big D, all of that, you're just going to roll it all together. And then, you got Tyler Toffoli coming in here and scoring goals, and then you got all our young centermen coming, and now Cole Caulfield. So I mean, I could keep going forever, but you mix it all in, and we just have a perfect mix right now. And I think they're really feeling it. And you're right, those confidence builders in overtime, they're just going to multiply and grow.
Take the last question from Mike Zeisberger.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this, Luke. Can you just talk a little bit about the road ahead and the challenges that Tampa Bay and the Islanders might have with them going into the final?
Yeah, Mike. We got two teams to kind of watch. We're lucky enough to have one more game to watch them tomorrow night and get a little bit of a feel. And we already have our video guys already have both teams loaded in our computers, so we can start to work right away. And it's not too really hard to figure out both teams. One team kind of plays like us, and the other team is a very, very dangerous offensive team. You got to be very disciplined. You got to check harder than we even are now. And we're not really looking too far ahead, but we know who we're going to play is one of those two teams. So we really want to start focusing on preparing ourselves and our game and making sure our game's getting better. But at the same time, we will look at, obviously the video and watch the game tomorrow, and hopefully it goes 3 overtimes and tires them out, whoever it is. And that'll help us there too. But you know what, we're going to enjoy tonight and take tomorrow off, and we'll regroup again the next day and see who we got.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.